Good morning students, I am Govind Vyas. Today we are going to conduct our second lecture of chapter locus. Fine. Okay. So far in the lecture 1 we studied about the basic things of the chapter, like definition, like meaning of locus and some other examples. So today we are going to do some theorems and little bit more. So before our exercise 10.1 there are basically two theorems, theorem 10.1 and theorem 10.2. so right now we are doing theorem 10.1. fine. So there is a statement given, we have to prove that. Fine. So let's see. The theorem says the locus of a point equidistant from two given points is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining the 2 points. I am not writing the complete theory of this. I am just explaining you. You have book in your hand, so you can go through that. Okay. For reading the theorem or reading the questions, you can go through your books. I am just directly solving this for you. So it says there are two given points. Fine. We are solving theorem 10.1. okay. It says there are 2 points. Take this is first point and this one is second point. I am giving them names A and B. Okay. What it says further? If the locus of a point equidistant from two given point is perpendicular bisector of the line segment. Okay. So these are the 2 points. What will be locus of these 2 points? Suppose that these are 2 points. We have to find a point equal distance from both these points. Okay. We have to find some points equal distance to both these points. We have done it already in the previous lecture. So the point may be somewhere here, because this is the equal distance to this. This distance and this distance both are equal. Okay. I can take another point like this. This distance and this distance is equal as well. So there may be lots of points. Fine. All these points are at equal distance from these points A and B respectively. Okay. So if I connect all the points, join all the points, we have a line. I am joining A and B as well, because this is what the theorem says. Okay. A and B are joined. Similarly, all the point forming locus are joined. What is it? What it is saying? It is saying to us that we have to prove. What to prove? That this is perpendicular bisector of AB. This is perpendicular bisector of AB. I am reading the theorem again for you. The locus of a point equidistant from two given points. Suppose this point equal distance from these 2 points. Okay. Is the perpendicular bisector, means these points are perpendicular bisector of the AB. Okay. AB was a line, we drew a line on this forming locus. This locus is perpendicular bisector of this. First you must, if you are having an idea, that's great. If you are not having idea, I am teaching you from the elementary concept. What is perpendicular, what is bisector. Okay, you must know that, because it is a quite easy thing. In spite of that, if many students does not know, I am explaining what is perpendicular. Perpendicular means angle of 90 degree. This is a line, this is another line. If this is 90 degree, if this line makes 90 degree with this, then it is known as perpendicular 90 degree angle. Okay. And what is bisector? Bisector means it is a mathematical word which means dividing in equal two parts. For example, it is a line. I have formed another line here. Suppose that this line, I am giving it name PQ. Suppose that PQ was of 10 centimeter. Okay, it was of 10 centimeter. When this line intersect it, cut this, then if PQ is divided into two equal parts, it was 10 initially, now this is 5 centimeter and this is 5 centimeter. PQ is divided in two equal parts. When divided in two equal parts, that is known as bisector. Section means cutting and bi means two equal. Bisector means two equal parts cutting. Okay. So we have to prove in this theorem that this line makes perpendicular bisector on this. So we must give it a name, like I have given it the name C. And okay, let's give it name P and this is Q. P and Q. We can give any name. I have just given any random name. Okay, P and Q. So we have to prove that these angles are equal and AQ is equal to QB. We have to prove. When these angles are proved 90 degree, it will be proved perpendicular, and when AQ will be equal to QB, then it will be proved bisector, that is perpendicular bisector together. So firstly, what will we do? We will write given. What is given to us? 2 points A, B. Okay. PQ is a line. Basically, PQ is locus. Okay. There are 2 points, we joined them, then we got a line AB. PQ is the locus of this. And what we have to prove? We have to prove angle PQA equal angle PQB 90 degree. This is 90, this is 90. We have to prove this. This angle also 90, this angle also 90. That is perpendicular. And another thing we have to prove is bisector. Bisector means AQ equal BQ. This means perpendicular, this means bisector. Perpendicular bisector. We have to prove this. Okay. So for this, what we are supposed to do? We need to construct something. Construction. What construction? Join PA and PB. Join PA and PB. See, we joined PA and we joined PB. When you construct any line from your side, not given in the question, you join from your side. Make that with dash dash dash. Okay, like this, not a solid line, make a hatched line. Okay, now what further we are doing? So for this I have to erase this. I hope you have understood this and written this. Construction, now we are proving. Proof. So how will I prove this? See, there are two triangles. First triangle is this, second triangle is this. If I prove them congruent, then it can be proven perpendicular, and similarly it can be proven bisector. So together perpendicular bisector will be proven. Only if I prove both the triangles congruent. What is congruent? What is congruency? It was in our 9th class. You must know that if there are 6 things in a triangle, if all the things, I mean to say all the sides and all the angles of two triangles are exactly similar, exactly equal, equal is the appropriate word. If those are exactly equal, means this is 6, this is also 6, this is 4, for any two triangles, all the sides are equal. One side is 6, its one side also 6, its angle is 60 degree, this is also 60 degree. If exactly match, everything matches exactly, then those triangles are known as congruent triangle. To prove any two triangles congruent, we have to make three things they are equal, remaining three things will be equal automatically. Okay, so this was in the syllabus of 9th class, so we are not going to study about it in detailed. Okay, so there are two triangles here. We will write in triangle APQ, APQ, and another triangle is BPQ, BPQ. In triangle APQ and triangle BPQ, what we can do? We have to equal any three things. So first is PA equal PB, PA equal PB. Why is it equal? Because it was basically, we can say it was given, we did not write it in the given section, it was given. How? Because we know that locus of A and B can be P, because this distance and this distance is equal. So we can write P is equidistant from A comma B. P is at equal distance from A and B also. Secondly, what we can do? PQ, see, this middle line is common in the both triangles. PQ equal to PQ, common. Second thing is equal. Now one more, third thing needs to be equal. What? AQ equal to QB. Why so? I will tell you. AQ is equals to BQ, because just like the way P is at equal distance from A and B, same to same, this was a point below the P, this was the point, this was the point, this was the point. Lots of points were there, like I am talking about if this point, this particular point. This is also at equal distance from A and B. If I go more down, I will reach here. If all the points situated on these lines, are equal from A and B, then Q is also on the same line. P and Q are on the same line, right? P is here, Q is here. So if P is at equal distance from A and B, so same thing goes for the Q, because Q is also on the same line. So Q is also at the same distance from A and B as well. Fine. So what will we write? Q is equidistant from A and B, A comma B. So three things are equal. So what can we say now? This is side, this is side, this is side, part of 9th class syllabus. By SSS rule, side rule, triangle APQ is congruent, this is symbol of congruent, to BPQ. Both the triangles are congruent. One thing is proven, what? AQ is equal to BQ. That means bisector is proven. Now remaining is perpendicular. Congruent, if the both triangles are equal, then everything of them is equal. So this angle of triangle is equal to this angle. If I talk about this angle of triangle APQ, it will be equal to this angle of triangle BPQ. This triangle has this angle, this triangle has this angle. Both will be equal. Why? Because both triangles are congruent now, and CPCT, because of CPCT, corresponding part of corresponding triangles are equal. So note it, I have to erase. by CPCT angle PQA equal angle PQB. Why? Triangles are congruent, so angles will be equal. What now? Suppose, what is the sum of these angles? What is the sum of these angles? This is a straight line. What is the sum of these angles? 180 degree, right? Because this angle is always 180 degree. Same thing goes for this, a linear angle. I can say angle PQA plus angle PQB, sum of them is 180 degree, right? Because straight angle situated on straight line, straight angle, sum is 180 degree. Now what? PQA is equal to PQB. At the place of PQB, I can write PQA because both are equal. So what now? PQA, here I can also write PQA, it will be 180 degree. PQA plus PQA, 2 times it is here. So I can say 2 angle PQA. This is 180 degree. Now 2 is in multiply, it will go for the divide. Angle PQA 180 upon 2, that's 90 degree. Fine, so it has been proven 90 degree. If PQA is 90 degree, it is 90 degree, it is also equal to PQB. So PQB will also be 90 degree, right? Similarly, angle PQ will be also 90 degree. So 90 degree is proven. We already proved AQ equal to BQ, that was bisector, and we have now proven 90 degree to the following angles. So it has proven perpendicular. Perpendicular is solved and bisector is solved. So we can say that. Now you write the statement given in the theorem. What? In simple way, I will write PQ is perpendicular bisector of AB. Okay, this is proven. So this is the way we solved our theorem 10.1. In the next lecture we shall solve further. Okay, like this channel, share and subscribe. Okay, thank you.